Hello and welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion. This is Season 4 of the F3 Championship and we are at the Hungaroring for the sprint race. Joining me in commentary is Jools. Jools, how are you doing?
Yeah, great, thanks. Just watching the carnage in the background there.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some of the feature race highlights playing here.
Oof.
You see Parker getting nerfed early on. Sort of set the tone for his race a little bit there, eventually finishing P last and out of the race.
Absolutely.
So these are the feature race results. Johnson from Lyne, Miller, Highfield. Nicola Lay new to the championship from Walker, Bardsley, Garlick, Parker, Batty, Winslade and Costa. Don't forget those top 12 will be reversed for the sprint race here, so Costa will be on pole.
Yeah.
Forrester, Weaver, Hoogervin in the rest of the order. And don't forget we'll be keeping an eye on Gavin Kelly, who had a bit of a disappointing feature race there and will be starting way down the order for this sprint race.
Yeah. I think 19th or 20th he's starting, I'm not sure. Slim lead in the championship now over Walker. Yeah,
just 3 points between it. Like we were saying at the end of the feature race, if Walker had been allowed past by his teammate, he'd be leading the championship at this point.
Yes, absolutely.
Fortunately for him, he will be starting ahead of his teammate with a reverse grid, so maybe looking to stay ahead and run away from him.
Yeah, the sprint's always going to be... It's a bit of a lottery, the sprint, isn't it? But the higher up you start, the better.
Absolutely. The further away from the mid-pack carnage you can get, probably the better for your chances. So championship standings, Williams are just 30 points behind Stupidigori, with Race Ventura in 3rd, Rumblebees in 4th, Otto in 5th, ETM 6th from Little and Large. The A-team moved up a position in the last race from CC Racing, and QRS, Shelf Squirrel, MMPR, LB Racing, Kairos towards the rear there. So here is the starting grid and how they line up. So it'll be Costa from Winslade, from Batty, Don Parker from James Garlick, Graham Bardsley, Ollie Walker, Nicola Lay, Highfield, Miller from Lyne, Jordan Johnson, the winner from the last race, of course, starting there in 12th, so right in the middle of the carnage. Any names you're looking out for there for a late charge through the field, Jules?
Obviously, Kelly's out of position, Hoogervin's out of position, and Parker is right at the back there, and he can certainly...
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen Malarin, of course, at Hockenheim with that really good wheel-to-wheel battle with Walker, so maybe look for Tour making a charge through the pack.
Certainly, and Winslade may be down a bit on pace, but when you put him up the front, he will hang on to that position like a dog with a bone.
Absolutely, as we see the lights on the screen now. Just waiting for the green. Here we are then, lights out and away we go. We've actually got a camera on Kelly here, so we can assess his start through the field.
He got away that time,
progress.
No wheel spin.
Maybe he changed his starting technique from the first race. See them fan out 4 wide down the pit straight there. Looks like a relatively clean T1 again, which is good.
Yeah, and looking back there at 20th or whatever it is, there's no crashes in front of Kelly.
I don't know if that'll be a relief for him that he's not dodging the car.
Costa.
Oh, as we see, Costa's gone round and Batty's had to go wide with him. That's Batty off the road and there's further carnage back there.
Yeah, Kelly just dodging Batty, and I think I saw Miller and Lyne together there, but we need to see that.
And they're still crashing towards the back there.
Williams in the wall there. What happened? That was
Bardsley.
Garlic.
Garlic here, in fact, was still following Bardsley there. Looked like maybe dropped it on the outside of that T4 curb.
Well, that results Kelly is now up to 8th already.
Big dive from Johnson there on Bardsley. We were talking about chicane and how difficult it is to overtake him today. You need a bit of compliancy from who you're diving on.
That was a decisive move. He's not hanging around, is he? He decided he's going to roll the dice and just go for it.
Absolutely. Is that Weaver backwards there? It was Jake Weaver.
Yes, indeed.
So Kelly already up to P8 then, and Johnson from 12th up to P3. So these quick guys are really making their way through the field.
A lot of drivers, I think, getting caught out on cold tyres here, with everyone wanting to just get a good start, and there's another one going around. I think that's Hoogervin in front of Kelly.
Oh, yep. Hoogervin again then. That was where he came unstuck in the first race.
He's actually hooked up on his own front wing there.
Absolutely. And decides to reset, probably wisely. There's another car back in the background there that's sideways across the track.
It was, who is that? Is that Parker? Yeah. Who was starting at the back and had also made up good places. So Kelly crossed the line in 6th, so that's 14 places in 1 lap.
That's not bad going, but a pair of races to forget for Parker then. Last in the first one and then at the back of the field or towards the back again in this one. And other Parker is now in the lead from WINSLADE, so we didn't see the pass for position. He's got Johnson breathing all over WINSLADE as another car goes around.
Chris White in the CC Racing car, yeah, looping it.
Is that on the exit of the T3 little kink there? Yeah, it looks like it was.
And you're just to see what happened between Lyne and Miller, because Miller's still running in 10th. Lyne is in the pits.
Yeah, maybe just a little, maybe a wheel bang that affected one worse than the other, maybe.
Quite possibly, yeah.
See, Highfield's out of this one as well, in the pits. He was following his teammate, who was in 6th.
Yeah, Walker's doing well. He's up into 5th, ahead of Kelly, his rival in the championship.
Absolutely, so I'm sure Kelly will be doing everything he can to try and make the move here.
Now, we've got Jordan Johnson, who's excellent at passing, and we've got Gareth WINSLADE, who loves to defend, and... Oh, replay. Oh, they just got tangled up, and Chur's gone into the back of them, and they all just kind of met at the barrier.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised Miller managed to get away with that, to be honest. It was quite significant contact with the car and then the barrier as well. He's on board with Johnson, really had to check up for the kink, and that was that Garlick we said spinning out.
Yep, that's Garlick losing it on the cold tyres, and then here he is with Bardsley on the outside. It swaps back to the inside.
Crisscross. Absolutely munches the curb to try and leave space.
And they make it through. I was going to say, we're going to see a nice battle here between Johnson and WINSLADE, but WINSLADE's basically just not really thought that.
Yeah, it looked like he left the door open a little bit, didn't he? Maybe on his return to the championship, just trying to get to the end of the race there.
Yeah, he is quite high on the incident points, I believe.
I believe he was staring down the barrel of a race ban at one point, was he not?
I believe he still is, but
well, yeah. Sadly, those points don't just materialise into nothing.
Wait to the end of the season, then he'll get a fresh slot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's still on the podium though, so he's still good.
Yeah, that'd be a great result if he can hang on to it. Points in the first race and then a podium right now.
And this is a familiar position for Parker, if we remember last race, leading the sprint and being hunted down.
Yeah, absolutely. Lost it on there. Was it second to last lap in the end when Kelly finally got him?
I think it was the last lap, wasn't it? I think the second to last lap, Kelly went a bit deep, and Dom just snatched it back.
The big crisscross extravaganza, wasn't it?
That's a great race at Hockenheim, especially the battle between Malarin and Walker as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They were side by side for the entire race, weren't they?
All right, well, this is an excellent exit from Johnson, getting a bit more slipstream.
Parker chasing him all the way across to the wall. Absolutely no chance does he want to relinquish the inside line there.
No, you want to keep that inside line, absolutely.
Then chase him back across the road, try and open the line up for T1.
Survive
the first corner. It's not over, of course, though. We said about T2 being a good opportunity around the outside. Parker staying very much to the middle of the road.
Looks like Bardsley's disposed WINSLADE in the background there as well. I just noticed.
Indeed, so good move for Bardsley up another position. Johnson has a half a look towards the kink here. That would be a brave place to put your F3 car.
Absolutely. I think it's just more of distraction at the moment, isn't it? Just letting him know, I'm here, I'm going to make a move. Just trying to unsettle your opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if Parker at the front's just flipped his mirrors around so he can't see what's going on behind. Just try and focus on the road ahead.
I'm not listening. And Bardsley's there ready to take advantage of any slip-up by either of them.
Yeah, exactly. Bardsley's really closed in here. WINSLADE just dropped back a little bit, having got past. Coming up on a back marker here as well.
That's his teammate, isn't it? Bardsley's teammate. Garlick.
Garlick, yeah, down in 16th there, so hopefully doesn't pose too much of a problem for this lead battle here. You can see how close they are again around these last two corners.
And it looks like Kelly's latched onto the back of Walker there in 5th and 6th place.
Punt to pass, what do you reckon for Kelly? Could do with Walker having a no score, how close they are in the championship.
Couldn't possibly comment, but look, we got the top three going
three wide across the straight, yeah. And Parker's been got by both of them, but it looks like Bardsley's run deep. Parker gets the crisscross on him, but Johnson has got P1 now.
And
so
Walker's made a move on WINSLADE, who's trying to come back on the inside there. Just can't see. Oh, he's still side by side with him.
Yeah, WINSLADE on the grass trying to make the return move. Didn't make it stick in the end, unfortunately.
I think Walker had to do that, get a few more points over Kelly. That'll give him the lead of the championship, possibly.
Yeah, indeed. You see Kelly runs wide a little bit there, hopefully not wide enough for a slowdown. But WINSLADE under pressure now from Kelly as the next car pursuing him then.
Absolutely, and Parker also under more pressure from Bardsley, who's gone wide and now he's under attack from Walker. It's all happening.
Absolutely, as one car gets close to the other, it puts them under pressure, and the car behind then starts to catch up, and they're just yo-yoing backwards and forwards between each other.
Just focus on this top 6. I have no idea what's happening down the rest of the field, although I see Parker actually has recovered into... Nathan Parker's recovered after his spin on lap 1. He's up to 11th against those scoring points.
Absolutely. It's a good fight-back drive through the field then. Right on board with Kelly into the second to last corner. WINSLADE runs a little bit wide.
Yep,
this is that never-ending corner. Following through the last one, a little bit of a twitch for WINSLADE as he gets on the inside curve there. Will Kelly get a good run enough to get up the inside into T1 now?
He's got to say he's going to have a
go.
go.
The rear wing. Pulls out and is up alongside.
Car coming out the pits wasn't ideal for Kelly at the time, but he's made it through.
Yeah, it was good heads-up driving from, I think that was Garlic coming out of the pits, wasn't it? Just to sort of park it up there and let the leaders past.
That's right, yep. And there's our new joiner as well, just joining the back of this battle, Nicola.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the next drive to be putting WINSLADE under pressure now. You can see it close right up onto the back immediately. So we are, of course, on the last lap now. 6-lap sprint race.
Just love the speed of the cars through there.
Absolutely. I thought Lay had put it up the inside of WINSLADE into the kink then.
It's got another
Very
opportunity
close.
coming up to the chicane.
Absolutely tucked under the rear wing here. Beautiful sweeping section, so much fun to drive. So Bardsley dropped back a little bit from Parker there at the front, and Walker still keeping Bardsley honest.
That's right.
Just follow these guys down this back straight. Oh, there's contact! And WINSLADE into the barrier. Damage on the front wing of Lay there.
Sorry, but that was kind of weird.
Bit of break up from the team radio there from Lee, but saying sorry. Not entirely sure what happened there. It looked like it looked like he pulled out to make the overtake, but just clipped him on the way past maybe. So winner Jordan Johnson. That's 2 for 2 in the sprint and feature. First seen by Kelly last time. And then Johnson replicates this time out.
Seems to be the new standard, isn't it? Win both.
Good defense, Dom.
Says Johnson's very happy and praising Dom for the defense.
Yeah, the spaceship just landed, Jordan. It's you're up. Take it away again.
It's implications.
If Graham wasn't there, I think you would have been able to hold me. I didn't have it. Fumble that, bro. Fumble that.
The drivers are very happy, I think.
Indeed, a great double for Johnson there. To see him, it's the final lap. Maybe that's it. Yeah, it was the final lap there. So here are the results then, including the points. Johnson taking the win from Parker. Bardsley in third with Walker in fourth. Kelly just behind him there in fifth. So only scoring 1 point less, so he will keep the lead in the championship. Nicola Lay in sixth from Mullerin. Aaron Jenkins scoring well in eighth there, with Miller in ninth. Nathan Parker in 10th, good recovery drive there, from Jake Weaver in 11th. Chris White, Jason Weaver, and then Manuel Cruz picking up 2 points. And then WINSLADE in 15th after ending up in the barrier on the final lap there.
Yeah, no, that was a great drive up until that point for him, and I'm sure he'd be disappointed that he got taken out on the last lap.
Yeah, absolutely, as we see the movers and shakers overall in the championship. So Kelly's lead down to 2 points now. It was 3 points, of course, at the start of this race, but now 2 points as we're heading towards the next round. Miller moved up a position, as has Johnson with that double. Chris White also moved up, and Mullerin takes a place from Batty. Aaron Jenkins got those couple of points in that race there, but it wasn't enough to move him up in the championship. And Highfield a long way down in the championship there, that surprises me.
Yeah, he hasn't made many of the rounds, and he has had, I think he had quite a bad penalty at Imola for tangling with Miller into T1.
That'll do it for you then, those minus points.
Yeah. And yeah, this was an odd one. But I'm hearing that WINSLADE had a slowdown, and was serving it at that point, so it must have caught out Nicola by.
Yeah, absolutely. That did look very much like an incident where Nicola was just caught out by something, but if it was a slowdown, that explains it then.
Obviously, it's now tight between Williams and Race Ventura there. Neck and neck.
Yeah, absolutely. No actual change in the standings, but that gap has definitely decreased somewhat. See that fantastic shot from the opening lap there. So next time we head to Spa. Are you looking forward to that one, Jules?
Yeah, that's got to be one of my favourites, if not my favourite track.
Absolutely, such an iconic track, especially in a downforce car like this. It's so much fun.
So suited to these F3 cars, absolutely. So
yeah, definitely. It was, of course, where the Battle of the Big Wings race happened a few weeks ago.
It was, yes. That was a bit of a manic race. That was a bananas race.
That was a thing, wasn't it?
It was, indeed. There's a bit of a car park going on there in the background from that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be everything for this one. So don't forget to check out our Discord, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube, and check out our Facebook and website. Until next time, that's bye from me.
And bye from me.